Intro away, sir.
All right, MC, welcome to another video. All right, MC, welcome to another episode of our video series. Thanks for laughing. It's early in the morning. Got to get some coffee.
Woo, sure. Is that what we're calling this?
Oh, gin is high and tight. Oh, my Lord. So, MC, this is a video that popped up on my feed a little while ago from Firefighter Nation. This is from Cobb County Fire Rescue. It was initially shared because they've got a rescue in progress at a residential structure fire, but there's some Code 3 driving involved from the second due engine that I wanted you to take a look at and share with our audience. I'd like to get your feedback on how they're doing, how they control the intersections, anything like that. And then I'd really like to get your feedback about what they find when they get on the scene.
Oh, I haven't seen it, so I have no idea what's coming. I feel like you're setting me up.
And we were watching some fun videos earlier, these insurance scams with the dash cams.
We might throw those in every once in a while just because they're amazing.
Yeah, but guys, for those of you watching at home, I want you to take a look at how this engine is responding. They've got a report of working fire from the first in engine, and you don't really see a change in how they're driving.
I have a quick fire-related question.
Sure.
Has there ever been an unemployed fire working?
Yes.
Right. Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. Just checking.
Yeah, working means we are working.
Oh, you're working?
Yes.
That must be an odd feeling.
Yeah, on the East Coast, especially in New York, they have they can transmit in all hands, which means they're using every single company that's been dispatched to the fire. And that lets everybody else know, get ready for a second alarm.
That's a bad thing.
That is a bad thing.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, you can teach a cop how to do fire stuff. It's pretty easy.
Well,
right?
Can I, though?
You know, that's what I always tell everybody in my collision courses. If this was hard, I'd be a firefighter.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It makes me think of you every single time. Without further ado,
I didn't eat the crayon. Let's go. Fire it up.
Here we go.
I want to say it's engine 30.
Okay, first off, you want to pick a side of the road?
Yeah. Oh, I'm a big fan of the left-hand side of the street myself.
Oh, you mean like what policy says?
Yeah.
At least that's our policy, you know.
All right, so we got a green. I like that they slow at the green. That's good.
Absolutely good.
Yep. So here's the initial report. You're right there, fella.
It's a good thing you're here, though, just in case.
Yeah.
That gin goes down hard, man. Woo.
So that was their audio kicking out. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
So a good report from Engine 7. They've got smoke showing. They're doing a 360. They're going into fast attack. Possible basement. This is all information other companies need.
They own that whole road.
So now notice how they're going from...
Hang on, this reminds me...
Go ahead and pause it real quick.
This reminds me of that Seinfeld episode where Kramer's
redoes
the road. So luxurious.
So initially when I watched this video at home, I didn't notice a difference in their driving, but I just noticed that they were kind of in the middle or to the left-ish.
Oh, dude.
And then as soon as Engine 7 says smoke showing, these guys are starting to take all the road. And we've talked about it before, MC, but that tunnel vision you get when you start thinking, oh man, we're going to work, we're going to work, we're going to work.
Yeah.
You're still driving.
Yeah. That's an important thing to remember.
You okay there, fella? Are you going to choke again?
Yeah, I was overcome by the amazing video.
Verklempt, yeah.
Don't hit that car. Good.
So I'm not sure if they're leaning on the horn here. A lot of traffic on the other side of the road.
Now, is this an engine or a truck? Do we know?
To my knowledge, this is an engine 30, I believe. So we're passing on the right, which is, in my opinion, very dangerous, especially when you're splitting cars like this.
Okay, now why is that dangerous? I know why it's dangerous, but I'm curious of what your perspective is.
We spend a very long time telling people, pull right and stop, pull right and stop, pull right and stop.
Why?
Because you get out of the way, because that's where the slower traffic goes, right?
That's because that's what the vehicle code says. At least in California, you're required to yield to the right.
Correct, and a lot of public information officers, a lot of groups are telling people, pull to the right. If you see the red light, pull to the right. You know,
because it rhymes.
There's a rhyme.
And people are dumb, and they need simple instructions.
And now here we are, and again, this is Monday morning quarterbacking here with coffee, being able to say this. However, I've been driving lights and sirens for almost a quarter century. You've been driving lights and sirens for almost a quarter century. So we've got almost 50 years worth of experience here. I never, ever, 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 ever pass on the right. Never.
I have.
I will pull up behind the car and horn until they get out of my way.
See, now, that is the textbook way to do it. Sometimes I have to throw the textbook out, and it's never a good idea. You should never, ever do it. So this is one of these do as I say, not as I do things. Which I'm going to train people. This is what policy says. This is what you should do, et cetera, et cetera. if I'm going to an 11.99, I'm going to get there, right? It's sometimes...
Is that like a 7-Eleven?
No, that's officer-involved shooting.
Oh, okay.
Right? Somebody bad things have happened. Bad things have happened. I have passed on the right. I don't recommend it. It's never a good idea. If I crash when I do it, I'm on the hook for it.
Well,
whereas if I'm passing on the left and I get into an accident, much less likely to be my fault.
MC, back me up here. As soon as I turn on the lights, I'm attracting the attention. We've talked about this before. Pretty much it falls upon me, the driver of the one going, look at me, look at me, look at me, to do the right thing. And even if I pass them on the right and they, oh my gosh, freak out and pull right, and I hit them, I'm at fault.
Absolutely.
Especially if I'm going over the speed limit, which I haven't seen any signs specifically.
I won't say absolutely. There are very few absolutes.
There's a good chance.
There's a good chance. Yeah. I have taken a couple of officer-involved collisions, and the first thing out of my mouth is always a question, or statement rather, please tell me you had your siren on.
Yeah.
Because that's what gives us the legal authority to do things outside of the scope of the vehicle code, right?
Yeah,
but if you don't do that and you do something stupid in front of or next to or behind somebody else and a collision ensues, that's going to fall on your shoulders, and that's not good.
And there's going to be a lot of different ways that we're going to be driving to these scenes on a number of different roads. For example, we've got a curb, a raised divider. Now, that's something we could probably go over if we absolutely positively needed to, but if I've got a car in that left-hand turn lane and they're not yielding and they turn on their hazard lights, which I love, by the way. Thanks for not letting me know which way you're going to go. There might be a situation where there is no other way for me to get through this intersection safely than to go around them, but I'm going to do it ridiculously slowly.
Okay, so let me throw this at you.
Kind of like, real quick, it's kind of like when we need to make a right-hand turn and all the lanes are blocked except the left-hand turn lane. I don't go zipping through there and make the right because the guy at the green might come out. So I'm going to go nice and slow. Go ahead.
So let's say in the video, what the picture we're looking at in the video right now, let's say it's kind of hard to tell. Let's assume that's a raised curb median. On a motorcycle, I'm not getting over that.
No.
It's not going to happen.
Nope.
But I have to get where I'm going. So if somebody stops right in front of me, puts their hazards on, which I've had happen, and I'm on the horn, I'm on the siren, I'm on the
last
PA.
Week I've had that happen.
I've literally been, yelling at people, get out of my way, and they're not moving. I'm gonna go around them on the right. I'm going to do that
slowly and carefully if there's no other way. Yeah. Definitely. So I amend my earlier never ever ever.
Mostly 99.999% of the time. Yeah, you should.
Yeah.
You should stay.
Let's jump back in with engine 30 and see how we're doing.
I do like that they are clearing intersections slowly.
Yes.
That's good. All right, so we're at 35 miles an hour. You guys Code 3 driving, let me pause this real quick.
Yeah.
Code 3 driving, I tell people this all the time. All Code 3 driving means is lights and sirens.
Yeah.
I can go Code 3 at 5 miles an hour. It doesn't mean pedal to the metal. It doesn't mean, 80 miles an hour in a 40.
We have to remember, and MC will touch on this in past and future shows, but that speed limit of 35 is based on the conditions of the roadway and what kind of buildings are on the roadway and what kind of protection devices are on the roadway.
Traffic and engineering surveys, yes.
Exactly. And that's for a standard motor vehicle.
Yes.
Now, let's go ahead and throw 1,500 gallons of water, a pump, 4 people, and plus in the back of our mind,
stop.
Yeah, something hard to steer, hard to stop, and now our foot's getting a little heavy because we got smoke showing.
Yep.
Right?
We want to get there and have some fun.
So if it says 35, I'm not even going to pay attention to that. I'm going to go nice and easy, especially as we're approaching. I mean, we turned off the main road. So we're going to start getting close. What I'm looking for as an officer, as a firefighter in the back, MC, what we're looking for now is I'm looking for a header. I'm looking for the smoke in the trees so I can get an idea of where we're going and what conditions are.
Okay,
so we go back to it. Keep an eye out for that as we go.
All right, now this person oncoming should also pull to the right and stop. Yeah. I'm okay with people not doing that if there's a multi-lane highway and a raised center median between us. Fine. But this double yellow, see that
there
person?
There you go, that person, okay.
Well, they pulled to the right. They didn't stop, but they pulled over.
Here we go. These guys are stopping. Thank you very much. Now, it's great when they stop in front of the driveway we have to go to.
Yeah, that's
annoying. Yeah, but you gotta choose your battles.
Yeah. I would say they don't know that, but I would assume the fire and flame and smoke would give it away.
So these guys are second in. All right. Killing the siren. Go ahead and pause it real quick.
I love the fact that you killed the siren, by the way.
So here we are pulling onto the fire block. A lot of people might have said you don't really need the siren on that road. There was nobody in front of you. But 2 reasons. Number 1, you never know who's coming the other way.
Or off a side street.
Exactly. And number 2, we're about to have to communicate inside the cab of the engine.
And that's loud.
And we need to be able to hear each other.
Absolutely.
Plus, we haven't gotten an update from Engine 7 on scene about their finishing their 360. Now, it seems like it's been a long time, but it's only been 2 minutes since we heard the initial report. So here we are on the fire block. First thing I'm looking for, MC, is smoke. And I do see some diffuse smoke down there. I see flashing lights.
Blue lights.
Which tells me, flashing blue lights, which tells me...
the heroes are there.
Either police, or it could be if this is a volunteer agency and they're running blue lights for their volunteers.
Okay.
But something tells me that somebody is parked right up there. The next thing I'm looking for is a plug. We might have to secure a water supply. I didn't see one at the corner, but...
That's an awfully far way to go for a plug. I would assume there would be one closer.
It is, but again, this looks somewhat rural. I don't see sidewalks, so it's an older neighborhood. They may not have hydrants off on these roads. It might just be on the main road back there, so we might be setting up a tender shuttle.
That'll be
water
fun.
that way. That'll be a lot of fun, but it all depends on conditions, and we still don't have a detailed report from Engine 7.
All right, here we go.
Engine 7 radio.
No, they're there.
Engine 7. Look at the living room. Be advised, we got a victim in the back, seaside. We're preparing for a vendor.
All right, go ahead and pause this right here for me, please. Officer?
Yeah.
Get out of the street.
You know, what's funny is when I do go to house fires, that when they seldom occur, I make sure to park out of the way, partly so you guys can go do your job, and secondarily, and more importantly to me, so I can leave.
Yeah, so the car we just passed is doing a great job of being in the roadway so that looky-loos can come and go around the car. If the first officer could do me a big favor, park 2 houses down, get out of the car, and only let fire trucks through.
That's a good idea.
That's it.
But I just live over there.
No, that's fine. Get out. Gun, badge. Go away. As we talked about in a previous show. But MC, I want you to take a look. We've got 2 parked police vehicles completely blocking the road.
Yep.
Why? Why?
There's a firefighter.
Why do you guys
right
do
there.
this?
Now, I have to take exception because you say always. This is like when you complain about, PD's always making us do 5150s or taking people to the hospital instead of jail for being drunk, blah, blah, blah. Those things don't happen where I am. We don't have that kind of a fight. Occasionally we'll have a fight about a 5150, but that's an MOU. There's an agreement with the fire department. You will do X. So if I tell you when you show up, that guy's crazy and needs to go to the hospital, you cannot refuse to take him. So
actually,
don't spend your time arguing with me about
Quick aside, unless he's in your custody, you have no authority to make medical decisions for him in the state of California.
It's a mental health issue. It's not a medical issue.
Nope.
Okay.
Unless he's in your custody.
We're going to absolutely disagree.
We're going to do that on another show.
All right.
Because Title 22 specifically states that if they are able to prove to me that they can take care of themselves, they can say no thank you.
Oh, they just took a bottle of insert prescription medication here. They tried to kill themselves.
That's different. Self-harm is different. But if you just walk up and say, dude is crazy, you don't get to make that
Obviously, I'm not going to lay out a 3-minute scenario
but
on
here's
our
the
video.
Thing.
But oh my God.
You know who's crazy? You know who's crazy?
That firefighter?
These 2 cops.
Oh, okay. All right, here we go.
Blocking the scene. So
real
quick, let me fire up another thing real quick. VES, Vent, Enter, Search, which means we are going into a room that's on fire. We're going to try to get ventilation going. They're going to enter through a non-door and search the room because they've got a victim on the C side. You might have seen that earlier. That's not like C-section.
I thought it was oceanfront property.
Yes. We mark out the building A, B, C, and D side, Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, Delta. So Charlie's on the back. So they're on the back of the building, and they've got a victim that they can see that they're going to vent, enter, search. So now we're second in engine, and we are going to try to back them up with that. But my big thing is, see all the driveways on the right-hand side of the street?
Yep.
That's perfect place for the cops to park. Perfect place.
Okay. See that driveway on the left there where the firefighter's walking out?
Yeah.
You can park there.
Window next in unit.
But why you stop?
Prepare for water. And it's blocked. We need to attack the thing from the rear. Full pre-connect. Front door right there. Snuff that fire out.
Snuff that fire.
Snuff that fire out. So we've got heavy smoke pushing from the eaves. That tells me it's in the attic.
That's never good.
Buck, I'm gonna go ahead and assume.
I like the Ford Ranger parked right there. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
7 crews gonna be search and rescue 1, engine 30 going
So what the officer, go ahead and pause it real quick for our PD friends. What the officer of Engine 30 is doing right now is taking command of the fire from the street because Engine 7's officer is involved in the vent enter search and the initial attack.
Okay.
So what he's doing is letting Engine 7 know, hey, you do what you need to do. I'm going to take command from out here. And he's assigning all the different roles so that other units coming in, he can say, command to Engine 5, you're going to be working with Engine 7 fire attack. So they will go and find Engine 7 and report to Engine 7.
Well, they're going to have to park down the block and walk up
way down the block.
But still.
Yeah, we didn't leave a lot of room for the truck here. I know a lot of truck guys will be looking at this, and obviously the cops are in the way. But now we've got 2 engines directly in front of the house, which means we're going to have to hoof ladders a lot farther than we usually do.
Oh, but you guys are strong. You get paid to work out. You can handle it. You'll be fine.
They can probably handle it just fine.
See, he's got that big old
Yeah, he's
mop.
got a ceiling hook, but no helmet, no air pack. We'll work on that. Or again, like I said, this could be a combination volunteer department, and this fellow might have responded in his personal vehicle, and he needs to get an air pack off the engine.
Okay. Now, something else to keep in mind for the cops there, perhaps, well, obviously they beat this particular engine there.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they were responding to evacuate. Maybe, they were the first ones on scene, and they're trying to get people out of the house. Who knows? But your point is absolutely well taken. Don't park your vehicles in front of the house that's on fire.
Yeah, park short or park far on one side or the other, and don't let anybody in.
Absolutely.
And
like that car coming at us right now.
Another thing to look at, MC, is this could be a combination public safety department where the officers are trained as firefighters. Apparently not. He's just going to run with his baton. Oh, here we go. She's going to move the car. So another thing that...
Engine 7 to radio. We're bringing the victim down the ladder. We got heavy flames on the seaside. We can hit. Come back in. Receive. Bring the victim down the ladder. Heavy flames. Seaside.
Be a lot easier to pull that line if there wasn't a police truck there.
That's true.
Command radio. Command, go ahead.
And now, correct me if I'm wrong, if he's pulling that line, and let's say the plug's behind him here, and they fill it, or they charge it, it's called charging, right? They charge the line.
We put water in the hose.
A truck can't go nowhere.
Well, the truck can't go anywhere to the right, but I'm looking to the left, and that's not judging by the van's position, not a traditional curb. He'll be able to roll up on that front yard and get around.
Don't drive over fire hoses is really the point I was looking for there.
Yeah,
all right.
And that should be a no-brainer, but also parking in front of the burning building is a no-brainer.
It should be, but it's not.
Exactly.
We got one big extricated from 6 out of structure. We got a split level radio.
All right, so let me ask you another question here for our PD friends. Mm-hmm. You've got 2 companies here. You've already extricated 1 victim. Are you asking that, assuming they are conscious and breathing, are you asking them who else is in the house?
Correct.
What do you want us to do? We've already covered where to park.
Yeah.
What else do you want us to do at this kind of a scene?
So, for example, these 2 civilians standing next to the van, I want to know if they're occupants of the structure.
Let's get
Do they
them
know
out
who
of
might
the
be
way.
inside? They're not necessarily in the way.
Yes, they are.
So, I'll tell you what. If the driver of the police truck says that they're in the way,
I'm
going to love that. But more importantly, before you get them out of there, find out who they are, what they know. It's a retirement home. There's usually 5 or 6 old people that can't move around in there. That completely changes our tactics.
Yeah.
If it's it's that old lady, she lives alone and she's a hoarder. Oh, we got the old lady out. Is that her that they're bringing down the ladder? Yeah, that's her. Okay, we have good confidence that the structure is no longer occupied. However, until we can actually go in and conduct our primary search and get it all clear, we're going to assume that there's somebody else, say a civilian or maybe the driver of the police truck, that went in the front door and may have been overcome with smoke trying to effect a rescue.
Okay.
So as we bring the victim out, yes, are you alone? Is there anybody else with you? Oh, I'm babysitting. Great.
Oh, awesome.
But yeah, if there's people standing in the front yard, find out if they know anything. Oh, no, I live across the street. I called it in. Great. Do me a favor. Very carefully and
get
safely
out of the way.
Go back across the street and give them somewhere to go. Why don't you go stand by that tree and I'll go find you later?
It's funny. I responded to a collision earlier this week, and it was a 3-car crash, and there were a ton of people there. I would say a ton. There's maybe 7, 8 people.
That's
right?
a ton.
Well, okay.
For a 3-car?
I showed up, and God bless the officer. They're asking this officer questions, and I walk up, and they were like, there's the man that can answer those. So I walk up on this crowd of people, and I said, okay, Here's what we're going to do. I need everybody to, if you're involved, I need your license, registration, insurance. Go stand by the car you were in.
Yep.
If you did, and so now I have like 2 or 3 people left. Did you guys see anything? No, we're moms and dads. Great. Go stand over by that tree, and I'll contact you in a minute. Now I know who's who. There's nobody just milling about. And I told the other officer, you're good to go. I got this. Yeah. But I teach that in basic collision and when I teach the academy all the time. The best way to reduce chaos is get people out of your scene.
And give them somewhere to go.
You can tell people where to go and what to do.
If you just say, get out of here, they'll take a couple steps, wait till you turn around, and then come right back.
Absolutely.
But if you say, like I said, that for these 2 civilians, do me a favor, go across the street, stand by that tree, I'll get you later, you're going to turn around and they're going to be over by the tree.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Definitely true.
Bravo, Charlie. We got
so, correct me if I'm wrong, it's beneficial for the cops on the scene here to get as many civilians out of the scene as possible.
Correct.
Find out, and if I was here, I would probably try and find the officer in charge and say, hey, do you want us to do if this is going to get out of control, if it jumps to the trees, whatever, do you want us evacuating homes and do something, block traffic, obviously.
Pretty much what I want you to do, MC, and we just heard that there's a truck company just pulled up on scene. Maybe they'll come up on the right here if they can get around now that 1 police car has moved. But if you can send 1 officer, is he going to move the truck? Is he going to... Oh, he's going to get something out of the truck.
Oh, there you go.
Here we go.
Oh, he's going to go for a bike ride. Awesome.
There you go. Are they bringing something out?
Man, are you?
Now, I still haven't heard an ambulance dispatch to this. So we do have a victim.
We got 7 crews.
Here's the victim. So we're using the pickup truck as a treatment area.
Pickup truck. Okay.
Okay, so EMS 227 is coming. So what I don't see is the firefighter saying, go to this compartment and get my medical bag.
Yeah, he's jogging back with something right now.
Here we go. We're going to move 30. We got low wires. But MC, so far as...
come on, Andy.
So far as what you want PD to do, send 1 officer to find the incident commander. Whoever that's going to be, that's probably going to be, in most places, a red helmet or a white shield. Or when the chief gets there, a white helmet or a gold shield. And just, hey, let me know whatever you need. 5 or 6 officers running around to the engine of the truck like, hey, do you want me to evacuate the house next door? No.
We're
go away.
Busy. We're busy.
But just send 1 person over to the IC and just, hey, whatever you need, let me know. Doesn't need to be a sergeant, lieutenant, whoever shows up, just 1 person.
Yeah.
And then hey, guys, go get... Do me a favor, get those people out of here.
All right, so let's wrap this up here. You can see now at the kind of in the background here is the police vehicle blocking traffic. You need that there and another one at the other end.
The other one, the first one we passed.
Stopping people from coming in.
Yep.
That's all you need to control this particular scene, and it bears repeating. It sadly, don't park in front of the damn house that's on fire.
Yeah, I know. And when we turned the block initially, the first thing I said was, we've got blue lights parked. That's probably where the fire is. Another indicator is the where the fire is where the fire is. So
you mean where the smoke is coming from and the flames are coming out from the east?
I did enjoy that we didn't see an officer in the street waving their arms. There's a good possibility those first-in officers...
I love that.
Those first-in officers...
Here it is. Found it.
might have been told by the engine, hey, help us do a walk-around. Let me know if you see anything in the windows. And when he came out with that baton, I got very upset. I'll be honest with you, because if he's going around breaking windows for no reason, we no longer have controlled smoke path ventilation through the house. So do not break windows unless you see someone inside and fire is there, because as soon as you break that window, air is going to move through and the fire is going to move through into that area.
Hey, doesn't fire need air to do its thing?
It needs oxygen. That's right.
Weird.
Weirdest thing. So you break a window and you introduce oxygen.
Huh.
Yeah.
Huh.
So it can be difficult. But,
I feel like in this particular video, I should put in the more you know.
The more you know. Yep.
All right. So that was our review of the Cobb County Fire Rescue procedures. We talked about Code 3 operations. We talked about PD and fire responsibilities, first due on scene.
Yep.
Don't park your car in stupid places and get people out the way.
Yeah.
That sum it up nicely?
And slow down a little bit when we're driving, especially when you hear that you got a working fire or something else. And pick a lane.
Please. Yeah. And pick the proper lane.
Other than that, good communication for the Engine 30 crew coming in.
Yeah, I like
good initial report from Engine 7. Looks like a good rescue. I'm not sure about the whole tailboard of the pickup truck. Maybe the ground is half cold, half frozen. I don't know.
Whatever.
But
use what you got, I guess.
A good pick from all the newsfeed, Firefighter Nation, that came out with this. Sounds like the victim was fine. So
well, that's good news.
Well done, Engine 7. Good pick.
All right, until next time, thanks for joining us on our yet another review of Random Video.
Random Video?
Well, random-ish.
Ish.
Yeah.
This was something I wanted MC to see and comment on, and why not share it with you guys? So
there you go.
Yeah, if you've got a video you want us to see, send us a link on the socials. Follow us on Facebook. Join our group, WYE Radio Show. You can hit us up, Justin at WYEradio.com, Jason at WYEradio.com. Send us a link to a video. We'll watch it and comment on it, and then you can watch it again.
Yeah,
because that's how this works.
That is exactly how this works.
So until next time, be safe, everybody. Cheers.
From MCPD, we'll see you later.
Oh, that is strong. We got to quit drinking on the show.